Rassie, we know you weeks like this, you plan ahead and, probably Australia 1, Australia 2, like it was Italy 1, Italy 2. But how much of that plan did change? I know you said that momentum is key in that plan, but how many changes had to happen after that initial plan before the first test?
Yeah, I think the four guys that's unfortunately of the result in us losing momentum is probably Krappies and Ethan and Kolbe and Vincent. There's four guys that would have played this weekend and hopefully want to get back onto the horse and win again and again. Then obviously a guy like Kirkley might have backed up and Kaden might have played centre if we won, but I mean, I think four guys missed that. I think I know, but also injuries and other positions. So, but no, that's how it works.
Yeah, just actually, basically, you just answered the one Vincent, but just the 8-man position, just how far is Johan Augustus and also Kevin Hanekom? And I'm asking it because he's an 8-man crisis. You've gone with Kolbe, I know, at 8 in the past against Georgia. And it's obviously even the Roosters hasn't been even much of a show. So, I mean, what's the situation with Kevin Hanekom and Johan Augustus as well?
Yeah, so I don't think there's an 8-man crisis. I mean, Jasper Wiese, it's just currently bad, so he'll be back. I think Sia was actually excellent. Sia scored a try, he sorted out the breakdown. He was concussed with a unfortunate, not concussed, his knee went with an unfortunate incident. And I thought Kwagga, when he came on, one or two balls that he stole, unfortunately, was deemed to be, off his feet or the ball wasn't out. And I think Kwagga always brought an impact. So I don't think the 8th-man position lost us the game. We're not going to bring in somebody new. We believe the guys that we have here, is doing the job for us, and it's difficult to keep the squad that big and give everybody game time. But I mean, JL, I think everybody has asked many times in the past, when is he going to get a proper chance? So it's his chance now, and hopefully that goes well. What was the first part of that question? Was it?
Rassie, just we're on the 6-2 split, so I've gone with 2 locks as well, and Franco at 7. Is that more about the lineouts at those selections?
Yeah, unfortunately, Peter Steph also got concussion, and we've got a couple of options at 7, but having Sos there, he's done it many times for us. He's probably one of the guys that's the fittest in the team and is very close to what we have in Peter Steph. And yes, he knows what we want to do, and we all know what you did do wrong last weekend. The thing is, you know what you did wrong is easy, but to fix it is not always that easy. And we feel a guy like Sos will help us in the lineouts and in general, where the game gets a little bit loose. He can help us tidy it up.
So just in the 6-2.
Oh, sorry, the 6-2. Yeah, so the 6-2. We feel we need that in this game. We at altitude we thought running all over will tire their legs, and we got that totally wrong, and maybe outsmarted ourselves, and they really played clever. So 60 probably 1 point more the grind than a running right game, and I think the weather will not allow us to really run around, and we're just running and not really being effective last Saturday.
Hi, Rassie. We've spoken about the why last week, the what's last week. We know what happened in the lineouts, the breakdown, defense, whatever. But if you go to the bottom of the why, because you spoke about some shoulders and the attitude. So I'm just curious what the why is.
No, obviously, if I had all answers here, it would be fantastic. I'll be sitting here smiling and brimming with confidence. It's been a while since we lost. And it's been a while since the game just ran away from us in 7 minutes. So it's been really a while, and then it's not a lack of feeling when that happens. But then when you go from the first session on Monday, the answer starts coming, and then we did a tap today, the answer starts coming. And so why we did it? We 22 points up, and you think this is easy. And then you get a shock and get 2-3 concussions. Not as an excuse to stump on us. But we did lose Sia, we did lose Marco, we did lose Kirtley, we did lose Edwell on the other side. So everything almost come down it, and then all of a sudden we were 14 points down, and they were just putting down the hammer. So I think as we're going through the training sessions, we were finding the solutions. And one thing was maybe came too easy in the beginning, and then when it got bad, we couldn't handle it.
Damian, you had an extra week of getting to look at the Aussie centres. Knowing that you guys are on the back foot, do you feel you know more about them? And at the same time, do you feel more of a sense of responsibility now that you're getting back into the team to also lead the guys on Saturday?
Yeah, it's tough to answer because we obviously got a chance to watch him in the Lions series as well. And we did that review together as centres with some of the losers as well. But yeah, there is always a responsibility, not just for me, but for Handré, for Jesse, for Kaden if he goes to 13 or whoever plays in the centre or wherever we play in the position. For us, it's always a big responsibility to own that position when you're playing it, and we know that. But we also know that whoever play you make, we give each other enough confidence in the week to own that responsibility to make sure when you go there on Saturday that you are feeling 100% confident and you know what's coming.
Ras, you made all these changes, and do you feel, I know you like to plan ahead and you told the guys before who's going to play the second and third test, whatever, but with last week's result, is it almost like open cards now? Guys like Thomas Toy here, and then can they push for more starts this Saturday by performing the Saturday for All Black Days and going forward?
As I said, only those 4 guys would have played this weekend, if things went well and are not playing. So RG would always have started, and Ruan would have started, and we like to know, we like to think that those guys are close enough and they help each other and push each other really hard during the week to perform on Saturday, and that didn't happen last weekend. So if we throw out all our plans that we had just because we got beaten very well by the Wallabies, then we won't be believing in what we're doing. So we start promising 90% to our guns, what we wanted to do. So we would like Yemen and Argia and Salman is unfortunately injured now. We'd like those 3 guys to push each other and fight for that spot, but also share that jersey. And then the same with Dukes and Handré. Ethan was the other one which would have probably got a chance in this game. So between him and Kanan and Jesse in that 13 jersey, Fukanyu is coming back now. My Pimps is back into the squad. So it's nice to have the squad depth, and it's nice to play the guys and get them test caps under their belt. But I've said this a few times this week. But then when we lose, we have to break a little bit. But yes, those guys got a lack of opportunity, and I think RG hasn't started for us in a very long time. Ruan has played a lot of games for us last year against the Wallabies away. So, there's a few guys that get the opportunity now.
Yeah, Damon, you mentioned you had a chance to look at the midfield Lions series and obviously last week. A guy like Joseph Suaalii, just your thoughts on what he brings, obviously from his rugby league background. What does he offer differently?
Well, I think he's very agile and explosive. He gets up in the air very well, and very easily, and very high. I think we handled that quite well last week. But obviously, I've watched him a bit in rugby league. I watched a bit of the rugby league in Japan, and I watched him when he was at the Roosters. And it was enjoyable to watch. And like he did on the weekend, he does very well to keep the ball alive, especially in contact, and that's what they do well in league as well. So it'll just be, I think for us this weekend, it'll just be making sure that we can take his space away, but take it away together, not individually. Because he does have not big arms, but long arms, and he can get the ball out quite easily. So it's been cool to watch. It almost reminds me a bit of watching Israel Folau, just bringing that different dynamic to the Australian team. So I think we handled him quite well last week. Just those 1 or 2 soft moments where he got the ball away, and obviously the intercept was pretty special as well. But we know that we have to take his space away, but we have to take it together, not as individuals.
Rassie, there's guys like Vinny Leroux, Handré, Pollard, Damian, Cheslin, Kolbe, who didn't feature last weekend, all of them, but we've part of the 2019 World Cup final team. I mean, how much of a comfort is that for you that in a game like this, which on the surface is quite tricky and slippery given what happened last weekend, that's you can fall back on guys like that in a big moment like this. I mean, not every team in the world has that.
Oh, if we win, and then we would say fantastic. That would be great. But no, Cheslin was injured. And we didn't take a chance on him last weekend. He was coming back from a back injury, so nice to have him back in the team. But hopefully, it's all smiles on Saturday evening. But it's going to be hard work, and that's, I guess, when you have squad depth and you're winning, then you really have squad depth. If you have a big squad and you're losing, you don't have, then you only have numbers. So we must make sure that nobody says Saturday night after the game we have a lot of numbers, but not really squad depth. So that's a challenge that all of us has to take together. But it is comfortable having a guy like Cheslin out there and just you see him back on the pitch. You just remind you how good he is and what he can do. But just talking about Suaalii, I mean, Jorgensen, if I couldn't say his name correctly, he's special. There's a few of those loose forwards was very special, and we'll have to watch, and hopefully the guys can help us.